everybody. I'm Mr. Cohen, and on behalf of Mr. Wilson, who is here tonight, and Mr. Nadig, who sadly could not be, it's our honor and privilege to welcome you to the closing night of the 2023 Student-Directed One-Act Festival. Yay! I'm going to move through this as quickly as I can. The show's going to run about an hour and 5 minutes tonight. First of all, are there any alumni in the crowd tonight? Welcome home. And are there any active duty service members of our military, veterans, first responders? Thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Two things before we get to where the focus should be, which is on the students. First thing, our sound cues tonight are running on Wi-Fi. It is CPS Wi-Fi. It's the best Wi-Fi in CPS, still CPS Wi-Fi. So, if you wouldn't mind taking your phones, and in teacher school, they called this modeling. Never thought I'd be a model, but here we are. Self-deprecating joke, check. If you wouldn't mind turning your phones all the way off, please, for the duration of the show, so that our sound cues can go when they need to go. Thank you. The second thing, more important than that, actually, it is that theater is the most collaborative of the art forms. That collaboration exists between the actors on stage, between the actors and their directors in rehearsal, between the actors and technicians running the boards, and it exists between everybody doing the show and you in the audience. There's an energy field that gets created here. People have done studies on this. Cambridge University did a study, I think about 6 or 7 years ago, and they found that when people were watching live theater, they placed measuring device, some sort of meter. I'm not a science person, but they measured the audience's heart rates, and they found that the audience's heart rate synced up with the actors on stage as the show went along. There's something magical about this connection. And so the way it works is, they're going to come out here and they're going to send a tremendous amount of energy out to you. And we ask you to absorb that energy and send some back. If something is funny, please laugh. Most of this stuff is supposed to be funny, except for one piece. You'll know it when you see it. Okay? If something is sad, again, that's that one piece. You'll know it when you see it. That response is valid and valued as well. Any authentic response to what you experience is more than welcome in this space. This is about you as well as us on stage, so please join us. Our first performance, it's senior night, by the way. Theater's a sport, it's our senior night, is a senior. Please welcome to introduce her piece, because I don't know what to do to describe it, Phoebe Tozer.
This is a poem called Horatius at the Bridge. I learned it from my grandmother, who learned it from her grandfather, who decided to write a spoof of an epic poem. We don't know why he did this, but it has been performed at Thanksgivings annually as sort of like a little fun tradition. So I wanted to carry on that tradition and add some puppets. So I would like you all to imagine that you have just finished a really large meal. You're surrounded by the people you love, and you are ready to engage in a little bit of silly entertainment. Without further ado, this is Horatius at the Bridge. Lars Porsena of Clusium swore in his mountain's home that he would take false Sextus and make him king of Rome. By the 9 gods he swore it, and he called his army stout, and they started in to march on Rome to clean the Romans out.
And so the consul's brow was sad, the consul's speech profane. He cussed the whole thing out with all his might and main. Their van will be upon us before the bridge goes down. And if they once may win the bridge, it's good night for our town.
But a big, strong Horatius, a fighting man was he.
Listen to me, Sir Consul. I got the big ID. In yon straight
and keep the bridge with me. Well, Bellum, how gracious, your plan will have to do, and were it not for previous engagement, I'd string along with you. Then, up spake spurious Lartius, Arabian of repute. Lo, I will stand by thy right hand and bust them in the snoot. Up spoke strong Hermidius, a Titian he by neck. Lo, I will stand by thy left hand and wring the Tuscan neck. Meanwhile, the Tuscan army, right glorious to behold, rank upon rank, with surges bright, came flashing back the noonday light like a broad sea of gold. 1,000 trumpets sounded, a peal of warlike glee, and that great host, with measured tread, with spears advanced and ensigns spread, rolled slowly towards the bridge's head, where stood the dauntless three. The three stood calm and silent and gazed upon their foes, and a great shout of laughter from all of Vanguard rose. And three big chiefs came spurring up upon their horses stout. To earth they sprang, their swords they drew, they lifted high their shields and flew to clean the Romans out. Lartius took the first one, split his bloody lips. Hermidius took the second, threw him in the river. At number 3, Horatius gave just one little poke, and that proud and guilty warrior gave just another choke. And then 3 more came cautiously, all eager for the treat. It really was too pitiful. All 3 of them was me. And now, no sound of laughter was heard from that array. Those in back said, "Forward march!" and those in front said, "Nay!" And from that dreadful alleyway, where those bold Romans stood, all shrank like boys who, unaware, while ranging the woods to start a hare, came to the lair of an old she-bear,
rolling in bones and blood.
But now, the cry is "Aster!" and see the ranks divide. Enter the great Lord of Luna with his stately stride. Upon his ample shoulders, loud clangs the fourfold shield, and in his hand he shakes the brand which none save he can wield. He smiled on those bold Romans, a smile serene and high, and he eyed the flinching Tuscans, and scorn was in his eye. Quoth he, "The she-wolf's litter stands savagely at bay, but will ye dare to follow if Aster clears the way?" And wielding up his broadsword with both his hands to height, he rushed at brave Horatius and jumped with all his might. With shield and blade Horatius right deftly turned the blow. The blow though turned came yet too nigh. It missed his helm, but gashed his thigh. The Tuscans raised a joyful cry to see the red blood flow. He reeled, and on Hermidius he leaned what breathing space. Then, like a wildcat mad with wounds, rushed straight at Astor's face. Through all of Astor's armor, so fierce a thrust he sped, that the good sword stood about so far out behind poor Astor's head. The great Lord of Luna fell at that fatal stroke, as falls upon the mountainside the thunder-stricken oak. But now, the bridge is wobbling and ready to pass out. Having been built by grafters, it wasn't very stout. Back darted spurious Lartius like a nimble mountain goat, and Hermidius skipped right after him, just like an antelope. And when they paused and turned around upon the further shore, and saw Horatius stand alone, they would have crossed once more. But with a crash like thunder, fell every strut and beam, and in one damnable wreck lay right across the stream. Alone stood brave Horatius, but Constance in their mind, some 30,000 foes in front, and river right behind. Round turned he, as not deigning that craven host to own, and he spoke to that noble river that flows by the towers of Rome. "Oh, Father, Tiber, to whom we Romans play, a woman's heart thou takest to dance today, and
consul came right up to him and took him by the hand.
Well, little pal of Horatius, we know you do your best, but couldn't you stay a little longer and clean up all the rest?
But the people, they thought differently. They thought him simply great. And riding on their shoulders, he went through the water gate. They builded him a statue and set it up on high. And there it stands until today to show you how I lie. And now, on winter's evenings, when largest lamp is lit, when chestnuts burn in embers, and kids sit around and spit, with weeping and with laughter, oft they the story tell, how brave Horatius kept the bridge and gave those Romans just what was coming to them.
Once again, Phoebe Tozer. So we have some fairly long scene changes, and it's my job to try to cover them by vamping. So I'm going to try to do that now. Phoebe has just completed our IB Theater Arts course. It is the most rigorous theater course offered at Taft. I think it's one of the most rigorous courses offered at Taft, period. Edgar, you know something about that. But one of the great things about that course is that it invites students to take in different theater styles from around the world, different theories of how to create theater and how to communicate truth, right, across cultures. And in that spirit, you're able to sort of find a passion and follow it. And Phoebe discovered a passion and a really scary, remarkable talent for puppetry.
A fun fact, in this performance, I didn't realize I was doing it, but it is inspired by traditions from Indonesia, England, and Japan, a little bit.
Yeah.
So, that's cool.
More specifically, that from Indonesia, that's Wayang Golek puppetry. That was the statue that you saw there. Phoebe made that herself for a research presentation. Wayang Kulit, which again, Edgar did a research presentation on last year with the shadows on the wall. There's some Punch and Judy puppetry in there as well from England. And Rakugo is a Japanese comedic storytelling form that Phoebe incorporated elements of. Yeah. Next up is the first of our student-directed shows tonight. We have two of them. This is the first. It is Blind Date by Samara Siskind, and the director is going to be down very shortly to introduce. The director is Ethan Warshall, and he's going to be down here shortly because he has to come from up there because he's also stage managing and running one of our light boards tonight. So, come on down, Ethan. Ethan, introduce your show to the people.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ethan Warshall, and I am a junior here at Taft. This is Blind Date, and this is a comedy, so please laugh. Enjoy, everyone.
Marcia, hi. It's so wonderful to meet you. Hi, you look nice, very dapper.
Why, thank you. So kind of notice.
So, Carol didn't tell me much about you. Well, except that you were new in town.
That is correct. I just moved here, as a matter of fact.
From London?
Well, yes. Is it obvious?
Well, I couldn't help notice your accent. Oh, and Carol said that you gave up your seat in the bus for her, which isn't a very American thing to do.
Yes. Well, she was squeezing, you see.
Oh yeah, asthma, it sucks.
So, may I?
Oh yes, please, I'm so sorry. Do come in. So right over here is... Oh God. Oh dear Ted, I'm terribly sorry you're alright.
It's quite alright, really. Just a little spill.
Oh, I should have that fixed. Here. You dropped your...
Walking stick?
Huh?
I'm afraid Carol didn't tell you
Tell me what?
that I'm
Oh,
blind.
I see. I mean...
You seem rather uncomfortable. I understand I should go.
Oh, no, of course not. I'm just, surprised, that's all. Here, why don't you sit down and take my hand. I'll lead you to the couch.
Most kind of you. I do manage. I don't need to worry about me. I've been doing this quite some time now, you see.
I didn't realize. I mean, you're wearing sunglasses. I just thought, how Tom Cruise of you.
I thought you were well aware. I'm quite embarrassed. Now you're stuck with the likes of Helen Keller and I except I'm not deaf.
To be honest, I haven't been out on many dates, so relax. I don't have much to compare you to.
I don't believe that. An attractive lass, like, well, Carol said you were attractive lass.
I mean, it's not that I haven't had the opportunity, it's just difficult for me to trust people, especially men. To be perfectly honest, I was going to cancel on you tonight, but Carol said I need to get out more. Throw caution to the wind, Marcia. So I said to myself, the biggest adventure you could take is to live the life of your dreams.
So true. Thoreau?
No, Oprah. Besides, Carol said you were very sweet, so I thought, why not? You know, go ahead. You only live once. Fly blind for once in your life. Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. That's my motto as well. That and look both ways when crossing. Got you. We said So, my dear, what do you have time for the evening?
Oh, well, since you're new in town, I thought that maybe we'd go see the sights. Oh, God, I did it again. That was horrible.
It certainly was not.
Oh, it was. I'm an idiot.
Rubbish. Actually, fine. Rubbish. Actually. Rubbish. I think you're smashing. I find you quite smashing.
Thank you. I quite fancy you too, Ted. So, since that plan's out the window, what would you like to do?
I think I'd like to stay here in the flat, have a nice little chat, get to know one another better. How does that sound?
Awesome. I mean, I'd like that.
Brilliant.
Splendid. So, what do you do for a living, Ted?
I teach little children how to read Braille.
Oh, you kind soul.
You see, I myself was a child when I lost my sight.
Oh, that's horrible. How did it happen? Oh, it's all right, Ted. You can tell me.
I was all of 9 months playing reviews with mates. Then I saw Mrs. Whitman trying to cross the street with an armload of groceries. So I left the game and I would help her. I was in the BBS, British Boy Scouts, you see.
And then what happened?
A black man came speeding down the pavement right in Miss Whitman's direction. So I pushed to the side, groceries flying everywhere, and
then?
The car hit me.
So that's how you lost your sight.
Yes.
How?
You know, little shots of glass on the windshield by losing my eyes.
Oh, how dreadful, you poor thing. You were just performing a random act of kindness, helping a defenseless old woman. Life can be so cruel.
It's been over a decade now, but it's still ever so painful.
It must be.
What makes it ever so difficult is knowing that I will never again be able to enjoy the vision of a beautiful woman. A woman like you, Marcia. I apologize if I seem forward. I know which is not at all.
You are the most charming man I've ever met.
And you're the most lovely I've met. Woman, not man.
Ted.
Oh, Marcia.
I've never felt this way before.
Have I?
This is so unlike me, but the way you opened up to me.
You to me.
You're the man I've been waiting for. I'll be right back.
Somebody does something more comfortable.
No, I just have to go to the loo. Don't you go anywhere. I'll be right out, Ted. I'm back.
So I see. Here.
I know this may sound horrible, but I was secretly thrilled when I found out that you're blind. I mean, considering my job and all.
Oh, what is it that you do?
Oh, Carol didn't tell you? I'm a graduate student in med school.
Brilliant. What are you studying?
Ophthalmology. Isn't that a crazy coincidence? My specializing in the treatment of the eyes. In fact, I was hoping to show you some of the new products we're researching here in the US. We've been experimenting with certain formulas that may in fact help blind people regain their sight.
You don't say.
We've only been able to experiment on lab rats, but we need a human specimen to be tested on before it can be FDA approved, and here you are.
I have an idea. We need to test it on someone else. Not me. An American. I don't even have a visa. I'm completely illegal, actually.
Ted, you are so noble, unselfish, wanting to give someone else a chance to undergo this breakthrough treatment, but you deserve this. Listening to my problems, helping old Mrs. Whitman across the street that fateful day.
Oh, heavens, I mean, Clay, I completely forgot I have a reading. You wouldn't want me to keep those blind orphans waiting, would you?
Now just relax and open your eyes wide.
What is that? Oh, I mean, I have a strange sense of it's looking over me.
It's not just a mixture of acid, hydroxide, and hydrochloric acid.
Oh, please, Masha, enough of this fooling around.
Don't worry, it's completely safe. Trust me, it's only caused impotency and penile dysfunction in 70% of the specimens tested.
You're not dysfunctional, you're off your trolley, get that away from me!
Hush, Ted, I'm a professional. I'm only trying to help you. You saw the table with the glass. You can see it's a miracle.
Yes! I see colors, I see some beauty in the world. An angel. Those, my dear, those are little drops from heaven.
And how many fingers am I holding up?
2! Oh! Do that more, my love.
It was shampoo, you fool. No more tears, no less. You can cut the act. I've called your blindman's bluff.
Awkward. I suppose you prefer I leave now?
Spot on.
Well, cheerio. It's hard for me to get people to like me for who I am. In a way, you and I are similar. Could we start from the beginning? Did I get another chance?
Let's see. You came in my home, lied, tried to take advantage of me, played with my emotions. Need I go on?
Masha,
What?
could I have my walking stick?
Ah!
Thanks. No matter what happens, I still think you're a pretty cool chick, and I totally mean that.
What happened to your accent?
Oh, that? I'm really from Milwaukee, but I've always wanted to visit Joliet Lincoln.
Out!
And I've watched every Harry Potter movie ever made. Twice!
Get out!
I have eyes for you.
Out now!
You're so beautiful when you're angry.
Get up before I really blind you!
I can see clearly.
I'm so going to kill you, Carol!
I can see all obstacles in my way.
That was Amanda Garza and Jonathan DeJesus, directed by Ethan Warshall. So next up, as we cover the scene change, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the directing class. So the way the course works is we invite students who have shown previous interest in theater and in directing and who've taken a drama class. We embed them in our advanced scene study class. to make sure that they get a chance to work with people who took an acting class on purpose, which isn't always the case at the introductory level. But in advanced scene study, generally speaking, the people who are there are interested and passionate about the form, and so they get to hone their craft over the course of the entire year. We teach text analysis, a little bit of stage picture, some visual grammar, working with actors, the audition process, giving notes, creating a safe environment for actors to take risks in, and then at the end of the year, we have the Student-Directed One-Act Festival, which serves as their final project. So if this is something that you think you'd like to do, talk to your counselor, and let's get that set up.
Please! There's only 2 of us.
And the numbers do vary quite a bit. Last year we had 10.
Yeah.
This year, right? This year we have 2. Next year is a mystery. We'll see what happens. But because we only have 2, good transition. But because we only have 2, we are able to augment tonight with some spotlight performances. You saw Phoebe's thing. It's still, she described it, but it's still beyond words for me. And now we're going to have 3 spotlight performances from those advanced scene study classes. These are 3 monologues. First up is going to be Miles Law. Miles Law performing Claudius from The Lion King by William, Scar from Hamlet by William. Miles is going to perform Claudius from Hamlet by William Shakespeare and Elton John. And then Ainsley Lawrence is going to perform Renfield from Dracula, adapted by Stephen Dietz from the original novel by Bram Stoker, legal obligation fulfilled. And then Lonnie Badamo is going to perform Ashley from Dance Nation by Claire Barron. Please enjoy spotlight performance.
Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse upon't. A brother's murder, pray can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will. My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. And like a man to double business bound, I stand in pause where I shall first begin, and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Were to serve mercy but to confront the visage of offense? My fault is past, but what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. That cannot be, for I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offense? In the corrupted currents of this world, offense's gilded hand may shove by justice, and oft 'tis seen the wicked prize itself buys out the land. But 'tis not so above. Try what repentance can. When can it not? Yet, what can it when one cannot repent? Oh, wretched state! Oh, bosom black as death! Oh, lime soul that, struggling to be free, art more engaged? Help, angels, make us say, bow, stubborn knees, and hearts with strings of steel, be soft as sinews of the newborn babe, and all may be well.
We are, all of us, invented. We are all cobbled together with cartilage and dust. Few of us know with certainty the name of our maker, but I do. Bram Stoker. Born in 1847, Dublin, a sickly child who loved his mother. A young man who, like all young men, fell into a crowd. Yes, that crowd. That theater crowd. And so our young Brem entered the theatrical profession in as low and base a manner as one possibly can. As a critic. In 1897, Bram Stoker published a book that would in time become his definitive work. In doing so, he made me. And he gave me a name. Renfield. And he also gave me something more, something so many of you wish for, pray for, beg for, and yet you will never attain. Immortality. I have never forgiven him for that. Fucking gorgeous. And I have a pretty face. I have a really nice face. I think I really like my face, and I have great tits, so I feel really lucky. I feel really blessed or whatever. Let's just admit it. I'm a fucking catch. When I walk down the street, I feel everybody looking at me, you know? I'm not trying to brag. I'm serious, I promise. I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm just trying to be real for a moment. I think it's important for people to be real about things like this. Like, sometimes people post pictures online and all their friends are like, whoa, gorgeous, look at you, girl, you could be a model, kaboom! Why do people lie to people like that? I'm serious, I don't get it. Just say, that's a great picture of you. Nice shot, you look great. Not, you're gorgeous, not kaboom! It's like, what exploded? Nothing exploded. I don't see anything explosive about this picture, so why are you pretending something exploded? I don't get it, just tell the truth. Here's the other thing. I'm really fucking smart. I am. I'm smarter than most people I meet. I'm probably smarter than you. And not just liberal arts bullshit. I'm good at math. People are always like, oh well, I'm good at math. Like that makes them cool. No, it doesn't. You suck at math. Math makes you cool. Math is actually the easiest section of the SAT to get a perfect score on, so if you just study, it's the most studyable section, so I guess you didn't study. That doesn't make you cool. That just makes you lazy and short-sighted about your future. Seriously, people, it's not that hard to be good at math if you just fucking try. Are you even trying, people? I'm good at math. Shut the fuck up and just think about the problem for a minute. It's not that hard. It's not like you have to write a fucking poem. There are like rules. There's like an answer. I don't even have parents who can help me with it, and I still ace it because I'm not a moron! Anyway, so I never say any of that stuff to anybody because I'm always afraid they're gonna hate me. But I think about it sometimes. Sometimes it makes me feel ashamed, like I'm a bad person. I want to bury it down deep, never acknowledge it, keep my eyes on the pavement when I feel men staring at me and just pretend I don't exist. Like, anytime anybody has ever told me I was beautiful, I say no. This guy, he said to me, "You're really beautiful." And I just said no. It's like a reflex. You're beautiful. No. You're smart. No. You're funny. No. You're beautiful. No. But sometimes I wonder what would happen if I really went for it. I mean, I'm a little afraid of what would happen if I really went for it.
Lorenz and Ronnie Badamo. That right there. All right, next up, we have another spotlight performance for you. This comes from a new class that we just piloted this year, Improv, Comedy, and Character. It's taught at the honors level by both myself and by Mr. Wilson. And it's been a really sort of tremendous success. I'll be perfectly honest, I was kind of dreading it over the summer because nothing makes something funny like explaining it. So, teaching about humor. Oh, sorry, right. Thank you. Hi. They know this better than I do. But really, the students in that class have risen to the occasion time and time again. And it's become probably my favorite class to teach on a day-to-day basis. So we start out with improv, we progress to clowning, then we study commedia dell'arte, which is an Italian comedy tradition, putting some characters to the clowns. From there we progress to sketch comedy, which you're going to see an example of, and then we finish up with two-person scenes and comedic monologues. So taking these sort of outsized characters and then shrinking them down to human-sized levels again, but always trying to keep it funny. And I've talked enough already. So, please welcome Neve Palish and Zuzana Mendes performing Spoon Bending by Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for Mr. Round of applause, everybody. Now, Mr. New, you claim...
That's right, I do claim I do.
Yes. You claim to be able to bend spoons with psychic energy.
Psychic energy, yes, that is the method I have chosen to bend spoons.
How long have you had this ability?
How long precisely? That's absolutely right.
Well...
Indeed, you are very sympathetic. It's very difficult when people are not sympathetic, but you are very sympathetic.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you do other things with spoons apart from bending them?
Of course I can. I can do anything with a spoon.
Can you?
Give me a spoon and I will give you the world.
That's a very impressive claim. Certainly.
Thank you.
Mr. Noon, we have some spoons right here. Perhaps you care. Demonstration?
I'm not a circus freak, you know.
I realize that.
Some people think I'm a freak. I'm not a freak.
Well, I'm sure that nobody here...
Freak! They sometimes shout at me in the street.
Do they really? That's awful.
But you are very sympathetic.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you care to have a go at bending that spoon for us?
Yes, I will bend the spoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nude is now going to bend this spoon using psychic energy.
Yes, now is when I'm going to bend it.
Go ahead, Mr. Nude.
Thank you. You are all very sympathetic.
Well, the spoon is certainly bent.
Of course it's bent. Of course it is. I bent the spoon, so of course it's bent.
Yeah, that much is clear and without argument.
Forgive me, I'm very tired now. To bend a spoon is very tiring. I've bent too many spoons today.
How many spoons have you bent today?
For today, it's too much. I'm not a freak, you know. I'm a human being.
Forgive me, Mr. Nude.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But from where I was sitting, it looked rather as if you had bent a spoon with your hands.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that
What is this?
it's a bent spoon.
There.
Oh, quite. The question is, how did you bend it?
I don't know how much I like you now.
I'm sorry.
Before I thought you were very sympathetic, but now I think you are not so sympathetic. Now, I don't like you.
Sorry to hear that.
At all.
Are you sure it isn't fraud that people shout at you in the streets rather than free?
It is you who make the claims. I have always been honest. I bend a spoon with psychic energy. I've told you. I never claimed to be able to bend them with my hands. That is your claim.
And you did bend them with your hands.
The spoon is bent. That is enough. Perhaps it does flow through my hands, this psychic energy you claim. It may be. But I bent the spoon, therefore it's bent.
to teach the world anyone may bend a spoon. And my book is not expensive.
Look over here. Watch this.
To think I found you sympathetic. I hate you now.
Well,
If you were
next
living in
week,
the
I will
old
be
town in
examining the
Florida,
claims of
Chicago would be so
Americans
kind as to inspect
previous
their
assistant.
silver
He was
toilet
Secretary
bowl.
of State
They will
Henry
find that
Kissinger.
they
And I
contain
will
a
also
bed
talk to
spoon
women
and an
who claim that
unused
she can
chicken
make
coop.
flowers for
I can
our
also
plants
reveal
and water
that
them.
anyone in the
Until
town of
then,
Downers Grove over the age of
why
14
don't
has
you
a slightest
in
just
your
above their right thigh, which they are scratching as I speak. Thank
Good
you.
night.
And that was Zuzana Mendes and Neve Palish. We are coming up on our longest scene transition. There goes Amber. And so I mentioned earlier on tonight that tonight was senior night. I think theater is a sport. It requires a tremendous amount of physical and mental training. We literally run plays. So, in that spirit, tonight is senior night. So I'm going to be talking about each of our seniors, who you are, it starts now, who you are getting the privilege of witnessing tonight. First senior that I'd like to bring out here is Jonathan DeJesus. Jonathan, could you come out, please?
Oh, yeah.
Really quickly.
I got the stuff.
Hey, that's wonderful. So, I'm taking him away from his duties briefly. So, Jonathan, you may have seen him in '95, and you just saw him tonight. He has been a student in several of our drama classes. Mr. Wilson and I have both been bugging him for years to audition, and finally he walked into '95 and walked in to the one acts, and now he's here, and he's going to be a voiceover actor now. We're helping him create his portfolio. And to see your confidence grow over the years has been just a joy to watch, and to see you come into yourself and really take the stage and own it. It's been wonderful. So, congratulations and thank you. How about a final bow for Jonathan DeJesus? Our next senior is Amanda Garza. Traffic?
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. We did not rehearse this.
No.
No, not at all. No, please. So, Amanda, you have seen in a one-act play directed by,
Amanda.
Hi, Edgar.
by Edgar Lopez. You saw her in The Moors earlier this year. You see her tonight. Amanda was, I believe, in the first freshman academy class with Mr. Wilson.
She was
And
in drama 2.
yes, the pioneering Drama 2 class, advancing study at TFA, and then Drama 3 online, which you somehow managed to make a drama class work online.
Oh, you did it too.
Well, thank you. I can't do it if people aren't going along with me, so thank you. I said this earlier, but there are few performers you will see, especially at the high school level, as brave as Amanda is. She runs towards danger and runs towards big choices in a way that is inspiring. And you make directors' lives so much easier with your willingness to take anything and run with it. And the way you attack a role is beautiful. So, thank you. Amanda Garza, everybody. Next up, Miles Law. Yes, Miles, everybody. So Miles has, you know what? Miles has grown. You're right here for me. I'm not going to talk about it unless you're not. Miles, you have grown more as a performer in your time here than I think anybody we've ever had in terms of where you started to where you got by the end of your career. Here, the end of your high school career. I hope you keep doing this. The growth and the willingness to take risks and to start moving your arms. No, seriously. Like, he discovered that he has arms and that he can use them. No, you're laughing, but that's like a serious breakthrough for an actor. It's like, what do I do with these things? They're just hanging here and people are watching me. And he started, like, as the year went, the choices came and they came bigger and bolder. And you got cast in, I think, 2 one-acts last year, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And then COVID intervened, so we only got to do one of them. But he's still, I believe, like the only actor cast in 2 plays. And like, just to see you come into the room and begin to own it and impress people and make people take notice. Wow. Keep doing that. Miles Loft. Next up is Ainsley Lawrence. Have a seat.
Come on, Ainsley.
Didn't expect that.
Not a senior, but an honorary senior. She's going to Miami, which...
Tampa.
Oh, okay, Tampa.
Same attitude.
No, I've lived in Miami and I've lived in Tampa. It's not the same. Ainsley, we first saw you in Motorman coming out of the pandemic. And then you were so incredible with the way you moved and held the stage with your movement in a role that was largely nonverbal. And then when you auditioned for Mr. Burns, I went to Mr. Navy and said, she moves incredibly, can she handle a monologue? and Mr. Navy said, yeah, I think so. Like, we didn't really ask her to, but yeah, I think she can do it. And came in and auditioned for Mr. Burns, and from the moment you first read that monologue, that part was yours. And just owned every single second of Act 1 and Act 2 when you were on stage. And you've seen her in The Moors, as Holdy, and in several one-acts, and in 9 to 5, stealing scenes. And tonight, again, just there's a charisma in the way you hold space. And you have this like supernatural comfort on stage. Or maybe not, you project it. And like nothing you won't try, nothing you won't do. You're a joy to have around, and we're gonna miss you terribly next year. I'm gonna be frank. I was like looking for places. Like, okay, Ainsley senior year, we gotta find a star vehicle. Gotta find a star vehicle, strong lead, strong female lead, play with strong female lead. And I heard you were moving to Florida. So okay, we need an ensemble piece. We need an ensemble piece. It's an opportunity here. You're tremendous, and you're going to do great things in Florida, and Florida needs some great things done. So, thank you so much, Ainsley. All right, Ronnie Badamo, get out here. Ron?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
I just want to hit Ainsley.
That's a good impulse, not hitting people. That's good. Ronnie was the assistant director for Mr. Burns, the co-director of The Moors, directed The True Love Story of My Parents last year. You may have seen that in the One Act Festival. And tonight, finally, at last, for years he's been telling us, I'm an actor. And circumstance after occurrence kept her from getting to act. And so finally, this weekend, she debuts on a Taft stage and blows us all away. And you're a director too, by the way. But damn it, you're right, you're an actor. And where are you going to school?
Columbia College, Chicago.
So you can see her there, right? You can see her with Edgar. And are they giving you anything to go there?
Oh, full ride.
Yeah. As an actor and director. Bonnie, we love you. Congratulations. All right. I'm going to save the last 3 for afterwards because I want them focused. So, here to introduce... Okay. Don't know how to interpret that. Amber, do you mind coming out here? To introduce her show, Margaret, seen by Jay Holtzman. Please welcome Amber
to be like passive aggressive. I was supposed
No.
to like catch.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was funny, they laughed.
Okay. Hello. My name is Amber Morgan Bisons, and this is my final performance as a Taft student. I have so much love for this department. I say all the time, I am ready to leave, I'm ready to graduate, I will not miss this place. I'm in ROTC, I was the commanding officer, and I will not miss RO. In all my academic classes, I will not miss any of my academic classes. Esports, I will not miss any type of sports. This. I'm gonna have a hard time letting go. This place has shown me so much about myself and everything. I actually did not take any type of theater class while I was here except for this year, and I am very shocked you let me do that. No, take drama 1, drama 2, no, just straight into directing, and well, I am still extremely grateful for that opportunity. I'm sorry, I keep talking more and more and more about how lovely this department is, but it truly is. I have the most amazing mentors. Mr. Wilson and Mr. Cohen have taught me so much about my artistic ability and opened this whole new world for me, and it's crazy. Anyway, before I keep talking and distract from what's actually supposed to be performed on here, I would like first to say that my actors were absolute garbage, and I hated working with them every second of the time, and they were the worst, and they were so mean to me, and I am just joking before someone slaps me. So, no, they were absolutely incredible to work with. I am so grateful that I got the opportunity to work with such talented people, and so grateful that they actually listened to my crazy ideas and my silly little spiels about why I wanted things to get the way they should, and I'm just eternally grateful, and also eternally grateful I get to do this play in particular, because I was going to pick a comedy, and I chose to pick not a comedy. So this is not a comedy. Yeah. So, without further ado, for the final time this year, and for the final time tonight, please enjoy Margot at Sea.
Jesus! What?
No, not this time.
Fine. How was the rest of
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
I was waiting up for you, What do you want?
Can you dance?
What?
Dance. Can you?
Dance?
It's just like a foxtrot. Jerry the Mouse could do it.
Jerry the Mouse.
Jerry or Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, one of those old-timey dancing guys. You can do it. You're cuter than Jerry's.
What are you talking about?
Okay, a waltz. You can waltz. Everyone can waltz.
You're drunk.
But I can waltz, see? What can you do?
I'm gonna go make you some coffee.
I don't want coffee. I want you to dance.
I can't dance.
Wrong. You won't.
I can't dance.
You used to.
When?
We used to dance all the time.
Are you high?
We did. We danced. I remember dancing.
You know I hate it when you smoke.
At the diner. That diner we always went to. Just down the road from school. It was midterms. Just before spring break. We ordered cheese fries. Always goddamn cheese fries. We danced in the diner to the jukebox to some stupid song, remember? Those little ones they had at all the tables, and it was some stupid sappy song from like 1986 or something. I remember that.
I don't remember that. I'm gonna go make you some coffee.
I don't want coffee, I want you to dance!
Fine! There.
Told you you could.
Yeah. Sit down.
No, I gotta find it.
Find what? What are you looking for?
My sweater. My blue sweater.
What? Blue sweater.
You know, the one with the things?
Flowers?
No, not flowers. Buttons, but fancy. Oh, damn it.
You work for a fashion magazine?
You.
Charm, sure.
I mean it.
Guess this means you're going back out? Gonna hit one of those verb bars downtown? You know, twirl, spin, jump. They should try gag. Frogs.
What are you talking about?
Those things, like buttons, but they're called frogs, right?
Yes, frogs. Why do you know that?
I don't know, I just remembered it.
Well, thanks.
Listen, Margot, I just want to talk.
I've decided I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk.
Why do you need a sweater? You're going to a club.
What did you do with it?
What would I do with your sweater?
I have no idea.
It's not over there.
How do you know? You don't know where it is.
You want this coffee or not? You're making a mess! Why would I have it over here?
I don't know, for like a
Why would I take a picture of your sweater?
Of course not. Why would you do anything that has anything to do with me?
No, that's not true.
You could have fooled me.
Margot, you're making a mess. I'm not gonna clean it up.
My mother always said if you don't have anything to do, you might as well clean.
Your mother also told me to drop out of college and get married as soon as possible.
I never said she was right. She also told me I should break up with you.
Was she right about that? And I have lots to do, by the way.
Sure you do.
Carl said I could pick up a couple of extra shifts at the restaurant if I really wanted them.
Will you?
I don't know, I'm not a waiter.
Oh, no, you're not.
I didn't mean it like that.
You know, giving people their food doesn't make you a waiter, does
I
it?
just don't want to lose focus.
Well, no one wants that.
Listen, Margot,
Shh! I don't want to hear it.
you're going to. I couldn't hack it. It was nice and all, but one more minute of that, and I felt like I was going to bleed out of my eyes. I don't know how you stand it all week. I mean, those people. I saw how you act, and I know you're just schmoozing, but come on. I couldn't take another second with those people. But really, though, who cares about them? I certainly don't. What does it matter what someone's wearing, or who designed it, or who's selling it? Who are they all kidding, right? Anyways, I didn't need to be there, so I split. I've been there for
Half an hour. Half an hour.
Well, I know it was a big... I just couldn't do it. Sorry. I made you something, though. Whoops, I messed everything up. There.
For me?
Yeah, let me just...
Let me open it.
All right. Well, after I left the party, I went up to the dark room and I took it a couple of days ago, but I thought now would be the right time to... Clouds were breaking over it in just this way, like water over the bow of a ship. I just had to...
The Chrysler Building.
But it's really about the clouds. See the clouds? And I didn't even notice them when I took the picture. Just this one face and all these windows. It was just...
Let me just put it over here with all the other pictures of the Chrysler Building. Do you want it on this side, or maybe this side? Don't want to spread them out unevenly.
I made it for you.
Then who are all these for? Are all of these for me?
Guess I can't do anything right for you tonight.
You got that right.
It's just a stupid party.
It's called a gala.
It's just another one of your stupid parties.
And you've gone to parties before, and you've acted like an adult.
This was different. It was for work. You had to throw it. I had to be there.
I wanted to do
eating, and I did it. The room was the right size. Thank you. The caterer remembered everyone's allergies. Thank you. And everyone showed up and acted like an adult. Thank you. And little me, little office girl looking like Audrey Hepburn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all I wanted was Gregory fucking Peck on my arm, not Ansel goddamn Adams. You know, you don't need to stare at the Chrysler Building for people to get that you're deep.
I'm not the one who cares what they think.
I work for them. They pay me. They pay for your film, your tripods, your darkroom time, this spacious studio in the photo district. Is it asking too much for you to be nice to them?
I don't need to suck up to a bunch of fakes.
I'm gonna hang a sign around your neck that says, Genus at work, do not disturb. That way we all know that you're all above this. And you don't have to hang around at stupid parties with your stupid girlfriend.
I didn't call you stupid.
Did it ever occur to you that it meant something to me? Did it?
What was I supposed to do? I don't know anything about fashion. I don't know anything about magazines. I've never been to Milan or the Hamptons. Who was I supposed to talk to?
Photographers.
Fashion photographers and their model friends.
I tried to introduce
They
you.
know nothing about real photography. Zip. It's all slick,
And
fake
you
crap.
were taking the picture of the same thing over and over
I
again.
let you
Even
tee off on my work.
over your glorious ideas.
Watch it.
Or what? What? You'll get mad at me? No. You'll just sulk and fall asleep.
Now you're being stupid.
Stupid? You're the one who's screaming over some janitor that no one will ever notice, and I'm stupid?
You know what you're talking about.
Actually, Louis, I've picked up on a couple of things from those morons who shoot magazine covers and spreads and things like that.
You may know everything about dresses and catering and throwing stupid fucking parties for your stupid fucking boss, but you don't know anything about this, all right? And I'm so sorry I embarrassed you in front of your stupid little friends. Look at yourself. Take a moment and look at yourself.
I know what I see, Louis.
You remember dancing. Let me tell you what I remember. You, trudging through the snow to get to the dark room on campus. Sophomore year. It snowed like crazy in April, and I got stuck in the arts building. I was creeped out. You were just that girl in my lit class, but I just called you, and we talked for 2 hours. The next thing I know, there you were. Covered in snow, with candles, a couple of stale Pop-Tarts out of the vending machine, and a couple of cans of soda. And we just sat on the floor of the dark room, and I showed you my pictures. That was you.
This is me.
It doesn't have to be. You don't have to stay at that job.
I like my job.
It's ruining you.
Ruining because I'm not some stupid college girl who dragged herself through a foot of snow to worship you at your feet.
That's not what I said. God, why do I have to be the asshole
Take
here?
a wild guess.
Well, I'm not, and I didn't ask you to do any of it.
No, you didn't ask.
No, I didn't. You didn't have to come to the dark room. You didn't have to come back to my dorm with me. We didn't have to live here.
You would have sulked if we lived anywhere else. You wouldn't have said a word, but you would have sulked.
Listen to yourself. And I'm the asshole here? You think I don't know how to live without you? You think you're that important?
I know I'm not.
Well, you're not, and I'd be just fine without you.
I know.
I didn't mean that. Can't we just... Jesus Christ! Why?
I don't want to catch a cold.
In a club? Where are you going?
Just give it a rest already. Just give me a minute.
Where are you going? Margot, where are you going?
I'm going on a boat.
A boat?
A goddamn yacht out on the East River.
Is the whole party moving up to this
No,
yacht?
just me.
And?
It's not important.
Bottle blonde, bottle 10, bottle fucking life too. Too cool for a touch, just a black turtleneck and a jacket. Smell of cigars, is that what you want?
I want to go on a boat.
I saw you.
What?
I saw you hanging all over him like his maid or something. I saw you.
Louis.
I couldn't take it. I had to leave. I felt like I was going to be sick. I couldn't bear watching you being treated like a mascot or something. That's what it was like. I was watching.
Did you see him tell me how beautiful I looked? Or how nice the party was? Or how proud he
Margot,
was of me?
don't be an idiot. You really believe him? Guys will say anything.
Except you. You won't say anything.
You'll just do what you want.
Right, and I want to go on a boat.
What if you fall?
And I'll float away.
No. You drown a long, cold, slow death.
I'm cold now.
I try, and I try.
You know, sometimes the world doesn't revolve around.
Well, it doesn't revolve around you either! You think I'm awful? You think I'm a selfish jerk? Well, you'll see. You go out there with him, and then what? You move on in the world that way, and you just have to keep on doing it. You're just going to fucking whore yourself out. I'm not going to let you go.
What will you do?
You don't care about this guy.
Move, Lewis.
I've learned my lesson.
I'm going, Lewis.
What, you'll fall in.
And I'll float away.
He won't come and get you.
You will. Is that right? You'll leave this room, leave all this crap behind us, and come get me? Is that what you would do, really? And why? So we can just stay here, stranded, just the two of us? Tell me how great it is here. Tell me how you want to be here. Tell me how you're happy here. Come on, tell me you're happy.
I'm happy.
Don't even try to make me believe that, Lewis. Don't even try.
Listen, Margot, we can still... I don't want it to
Neither
end
do I.
like- well, then fine. We don't have to.
No, I have to. I have to do what you won't, so I have to.
Margot, please. I don't want you to... I don't want you to...
What? What will you do? I go out that door. Out to sea. What will you do, Lewis? Will you really try and stop me?
I'll miss you.
Fuck you, Lewis. Why couldn't it have been you?
Directed by Amber Bisons and Margot at Sea. And I can ask you to stay back there for a moment. Phoebe Tozer, could you come out here, please? All right, senior night. So these three are all seniors who completed the IB theater course. I'm going to just briefly, I promise. Phoebe has the most appealing can-do spirit and just genuine enthusiasm for everything. And I think you might be the coolest person I know. And there are people who will work forever because they're fun to have in a room. And then there's people who back that up with blow-away talent. And you combine both of those along with just a genuine warmth and just the most appealing stage presence. There's something about you that just brings everybody in to follow with you. And it's such a joy to make theater with you, and I hope that our paths cross again in the future. I really, really do. Mike Pikasik, oh sorry, Phoebe Tozer, everybody. Michael Pikasik, as a freshman, yes, in Midsummer?
Yes.
Right, as Aegeus, and like what struck us immediately, shocker, was the voice. Right? That voice was there at the age of 15. I don't know. Right? And what we've discovered over the years is, yes, there's a voice there, but just as deep as that voice is the mind that this kid has. The most like intellectually engaged I think, student I've had in IB theater in terms of like looking at and digging in and getting into the details of, well, what does this mean? What does this communicate? How do I do this? How do I phrase this? And sometimes, because I can get in my head, and sometimes when we think like that, we can get in our head, and the way that you have found a way to get into your head and then get out of your head when it's time to get out of your head and act decisively, which you've done, has really been incredible to see you come out of your shell and own this genius that you have. Mike Bukasik, everybody. And Addie Renoso. Started as a cuckoo clock. Addie and Phoebe were both part of Mr. Wilson's Drama 2 class, Pioneering Drama 2 class at TFA. And with Phoebe and Addie and Amanda, oh my God, the talent base there. And the work that Mr. Wilson did developing them, so by the time they got here, they were ready to attack. And Addie is the president of the drama club. You may have seen her in 9 to 5, Student Berkeley. You may have heard her hit that D sharp night after night after night in Get Out and Stay Out. You may have seen her as Bart Simpson in Mr. Burns. You may have seen her as a cuckoo clock and failure. You may have seen the one act she directed last year. The prettiest girl in Lafayette.
Yes.
Lafayette County? Yes, cool. I got the county. Cool. Yes. You may have seen her reciting poetry. She is the reigning city champion of poetry out loud. She announced herself as a star from the moment she walked on campus. And when you announce yourself as a star, that sets up a certain set of expectations. It's expectations that you set for yourself and that you held yourself to. We didn't have to do that. Sometimes we have to. You set the bar for yourself day after day, night after night, rehearsal after rehearsal. And you held yourself accountable. And every single challenge you set for yourself, you conquered. Every single one of them. Where are you going to school?
Columbia College, Chicago.
And what are you studying there?
Musical theater.
And what are they doing for you?
Full ride.
Yeah. And that means she's staying in Chicago. She is a short drive away. She is going to be leading musicals there. Go see her. You are going to tell people that you saw her in high school. Addie Renoso, everybody. Come on down. This night is supposed to be about the directors. Oh, you're over there, sorry. Before I talk about Amber, very quickly, Ethan Warshall has been the anchor of our season. He has designed lights, stage managers, assistant stage managers, every single thing we've done. We would not have shows without Ethan, and we are so lucky to have him coming back for another year. Ethan, thank you so much. Ethan, so Ethan installed those lights up there, those LEDs, those beautiful new LEDs that we have. Ethan hooked up the board. Ethan hooked up the sound system back there. Ethan knows more about all of that stuff than any of the adults here. And Ethan is passing on his knowledge. He founded the, what is the official name of the club?
It's the Light and Sound Engineers.
The Light and Sound Engineers, to pass on that knowledge to underclassmen so that we will continue to have technical aspects to our shows that are far above what a theater of our budget should have. Because Ethan learned well under Jimmy and now is spreading his wings and flying and teaching others to fly too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the writers. We talk in directing class about the need to be violent. Violent in terms of we make a decision and we stick to it, right? When you make a choice, you destroy all other choices. Right? You destroy every other world except the world that exists on that stage in front of you. We talk about the need to court embarrassment. Right? That if something is scaring you, you're probably on the right track and you need to run towards that, not away from it. Amber, throughout the years really, because you auditioned for, help me out, you auditioned for Failure, thank you, right? And I didn't see it then, and that's my fault, right? But, I know, but she came back. and in our online one-acts during the pandemic. Do you know how hard it is to act into a webcam? Do you know how hard it is to act into a webcam on Google Meets? And do you know how hard it is to do that on Google Meets with CPS infrastructure? And she made big choice after big choice after big choice. And I saw those rehearsals. Those choices came from her. She is perhaps the most violent and most embarrassing artist that we've had in the last several years here. And I mean that as the highest possible compliment. You are a brilliant director. It takes a brilliant director to create a space where actors feel safe enough to open themselves up like that. And I'm so glad that you're going to be going where?
Columbia College, Chicago.
Studying what?
Filmmaking.
Yeah, right, we've got a director. Amber, we all love you. Congratulations. Amber Weissens, everybody. All seniors, full company out. Bow. Let's go. Let's wrap this up. We've kept you here long enough. Once again, we're going to call their names. This is Jonathan DeJesus, Amanda Garza, Maya Zah, Anthony Rich, Tony Padama, Michael Basic, Aaron Oso. Our non-seniors, get out here. Drew, get out here. Our non-seniors, you got 2 more years of Neve Callis and Susanna Mendes. Director Ethan Warsaw. Our Magic Sound, Aidan Wallace, Zach Cohen, and Carlos Ramirez. Amber Weissens. The 2023 Student Directed One Act Festival, bow. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your energy. Come back and see us again. We love you all. Good night.
Really quick, I would just like to say thank you to Mr. Cohen.
Just gonna get through the night without crying.
Makes us cry every show before we have to go on and after we put on our makeup. So it's hard.
Mr. Cohen, as a director, the space you have created in this room has given so many high school students a home here. And that means so much to all of us as seniors. And that means so much to me. And I think all of us will be taking so much of the lessons and not even just, but everything about this space and you in it and everybody here with us to wherever we go. So I just want you to know that your inspiration, you're one guy who does so much stuff.
Hold that. Mr. Wilson.
And Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson. Brian Wilson does so much. And if I have learned so much from Mr. Wilson, and you all have learned so much. It is a team effort. So everything that you're saying, thank you. But this is directed to Mr. Wilson and to Mr. Nadig as well. Please continue.
at the drama banquet too. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for creating this amazing theater. And I want you guys to know that we are going to take this and we're gonna run. We're gonna go and you will be everywhere now. So
Well, no pressure, but the world needs saving. So.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. I think that's it. I think you're allowed to leave now. You're released. Oh.
No, this is just for us.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're good.
There's more.
There's more? What?
Is there?
What's going on?
Oh, no, that's it.